Chad?
What did you tell that Iowa State did differently in the second half? Schematically, was there anything, or was it just they picked up their intensity because you diced them up pretty good in the first half?
To be honest, I think it was just they brought their guys a little lower. Their box was a little bit more crowded. And then their guys were playing the sticks a little bit better, weren't dropping as much. So they made some good adjustments, but at the end of the day, we still shot ourselves in the foot in the second half, the turnover, and then the penalties on that one drive. So we just got to find a way to avoid those mistakes, and I think we'll still be fine.
I think you guys are averaging like 39 a game or something like that now. UCF just played with Kansas, you played with Kansas. Do you think this is the way the Big 12 is going to go, big scoring, crazy games?
Yeah, we've been saying it from the summer and before that, the Big 12 is a very competitive league. Anybody can beat anybody, so we got to be out there, ready to go on Saturday, executing at a high level if we want to win this game. And UCF's a really good team, so we got to be ready to go.
Talking to Coach him calling a shot on the post, and he kind of said that one of the cool things about your communication is just being able to tell you cues and stuff. What's that been like him kind of describing the matchups, and is there times where maybe he says a little too much and you're like, hey, can you relax and just let me play?
There's never really like a relax and let me play, but he really never says too much. It's always just little tips and stuff like that. But other than that, he just lets me go out there and play. He's giving me the play call and letting me go do what I do. So no, I appreciate the little tips that he does give, but it's never too much. Sometimes I wish I could talk back, but that's not an option. So no, but I appreciate it for sure.
You faced a really good defensive line in terms of pressuring the quarterback with Kansas. A lot of that was stunts and running game. Central Florida, from what you've seen on the tape, are they pretty much more straight up? Like they got their 4 dudes and they let them go and get after the passer.
Yeah, no, they got 4 good pass rushers and they just let them go to work. So we gotta be on top of our execution and what we do, and we gotta have the run game going. We gotta have the pass game going to slow those guys down. However, we need to do that. So they're a really talented team, really athletic. So we gotta go out there ready to go.
Brendan, we heard after the Nebraska game that you kind of entered the Bowling Green game with the chip on your shoulder. Over the last maybe 5-6 weeks or so, what's been the mindset going through? You're obviously playing the best ball of your career. People are starting to take notice in the Big 12 as being a guy who's kind of not talked about as much this offseason compared to other quarterbacks. What's been your mindset over the last 5 weeks to be playing at this level?
Really just continue to trust my guys. Nothing changed, really from the week of Nebraska. Nothing really changed preparation-wise. I feel like I was prepared for Nebraska. It was just a really tough defense that we faced. And, just each week by week, we're trying to find ways to improve and get our playmakers the ball. So I think we've done a good job of that. And then we just got to continue to attack each practice with the mindset of getting better and finding ways to improve. I think that's what we've done a really good job of these past, 4 or 5 weeks. And we just got to keep doing that because this league is really competitive. If you don't come out there and you're not ready to go, you'll get beat. And we got to be ready to go for sure.
Their quarterback position for next week is not set yet, but you were teammates with David Jackson, right?
Yep.
Okay, can you tell us about him, or are they pulling you into the film room to say, what's he do here?
No, they're not pulling me into the film room, but no, I talk to Taven, pretty regularly. I'm not sure if he's going to be good to go or not. I'm sure he's probably not going to give me that information if he is in or out. So, I'm just checking in on him, making sure that he's good. Coming from a previous teammate, I have a lot of respect for him. He's one of my good buddies. So, wishing him a speedy recovery. Whether he's able to make it back this week or not. Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to be able to go or not this week. And they're definitely not pulling me in there to try to get the inside scoop.
Is there a part of you that wants him to play so you can beat him and kind of get back at him for beating you out in that QB?
Yeah, no, for sure. He texted me earlier this week, like, I hope I can make it back for us to be able to play against each other. But at the end of the day, hopefully, regardless if he plays or not, he's able to make the trip down and we'll be able to see each other and everything. So, got a lot of respect for him. He's one of my really good buddies, so I'm excited to see him.
Austin.
How do you feel standing behind the now 3-time Big 12 offensive
line of the week, and does that alleviate any pressure for you, knowing that you'll be protected by them?
Yeah, 100%. You know, you would rather them be able to protect you and be winning offensive line of the week than not. So I love those guys up front. They take really good care of me. I got to continue to return the favor in some shape or form. So you know, those guys are doing a really good job up front. So you know, hats off to those guys and their preparation, and you know, they're a really talented group and they're playing really well together right now. So we just got to find a way to keep it up front.
It's getting a little expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not cheap, but I think Jeff might be coming through, so we'll see.
So they've won this award 3 times. And so when you take them to eat, is there extra dessert involved?
Whatever those guys want, especially, you know, I mean, if they keep winning, I'll do whatever. So you know, that's a huge reason why we're winning the games right now, is because of the way they're protecting. So you know, whatever that cost may be, I'm willing to pay it.
Any other questions for Brendan?
They got steak nuggets at Harvey's now. You can just try that.
Really?
Yeah.
Big Arby's guy, me, so might have to try those out first before I can take the big boys there.
Brendan, Coach Thomas was pretty fired up after the game on Saturday. Walk us through your relationship with Coach Thomas, and how excited were you to share that moment with him on Saturday as the fans rushed the field?
Yeah, you know, they were one of the first teams to believe in me in the portal. And, you know, whenever I came here, it was my first visit, and I knew it was the place I wanted to be because of the relationship that I had built with him. And then just grown since then. So really excited and happy to share that moment with him. You know, he gets me ready each and every single week. And then just, you know, this entire staff in general, they deserve it. So we just got to keep finding ways to win for them.
Finally, when the fans were surrounding you Saturday, what was Zach Sight whispering?
You know, I usually tune Stipe out whenever he's trying to give me points and, you know, tips and reminders of what to say. I usually just try to wing it now, and I don't listen to him too much. I always give him a hard time, and you know, we go back and forth. But no, he was just trying to get me out of the crowd after the interview. I think that's what he was there for more than anything.
All right, we good? Thank you.
Appreciate it.